Guys, it's Sarah, and today we're talking goals. How are we here? We're talking about my goals in 2023, and oh man, it's crazy to me. So I have a few. I didn't try to pick too many. I tried to pick some that were realistic, and we'll see how it all goes. So I'll start with my Goodreads goal. That's always kind of where I start, and then we'll go into the more specific things. Okay, so my Goodreads goal for 2023 is going to be lower than normal because definitely these last couple of months of the year, since I've been working again outside the home, I haven't had quite as much time for reading, and I've definitely noticed my numbers going down as far as the amount that I'm reading every month. And so I wanted to kind of make sure that I take that into account for next year and not set myself up to try to read more than I think I realistically can. So I am setting my Goodreads goal to 80 books next year. For the past few years, I've had it at 100, and I have hit that. This year, barely going to make it, but I decided that for next year, I just need to lower it a little bit just to give myself a little bit more grace and understand that I'm just not reading at the normal pace that I do because of time constraints. And that's just my reality right now. So 80 books for next year. Okay, another goal of mine is genre related. I want to read more sci-fi. I'm not making it any more specific than that. I just want to read more sci-fi books. And I have said that for the past few years that I wanted to read more sci-fi, but I don't know that I've ever made it an actual goal. Or if I did, I didn't really do it. But for some reason, every time I look at my shelves, sci-fi is what catches my eye the most. And I'm always like, man, I just need to get into that genre more. And the ones that I have read, I've absolutely loved. So I just want to get into it more and make some of the books that I have on my shelves a priority. So that is my plan for next year. I'm not going to put a number on it or authors or specific books or anything, just more sci-fi and, just kind of make that a little bit more of a priority when I'm picking the books that I want to read. Okay, one that is going to be author related. This is going to be kind of a two-parter. So I want to work on specific authors, and I want to first read some established authors that I have multiple books from on my shelves that I haven't read yet. I'm not going to say which authors I want to go for because I don't know if I'll get to all of them or which ones I'm going to pick up. I'm just going to let the mood speak to me. But I have a lot of books by authors who have written multiple books, and I have them, and I haven't read any of them. And I keep buying their books. What am I doing? Stop it. Figure out if you like this author first, Sarah, before you buy more. So I want to make some of those authors a priority and start reading some of their books. I don't have to read all of them, but I would like to at least read one. That would be fantastic. And again, I'm not going to get into which specific authors they are, but I'll mention them as I read throughout the year. I'll mention them that this is part of, can count towards one of my goals here. But that's the first one. Second one with authors is I want to read some of my favorite authors to zero. What does that mean? That means reading everything that these authors have produced. Reading to zero, which means when I'm done, I have zero things to read because I have finished everything. And I just have specific authors in mind already. I'm going to let this all be a surprise. I'm not going to set myself up too much. But there are authors that are my favorites. I have all of their books, and I just need to read a couple more, and then I have read their entire catalog, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to say, I have read all of this author's books, and I love them. Some of them are going to have a little bit more than others, just based on what I have, but I want to focus on some of my favorites and get everything in their catalog read. That way, when they have a new one come out, I'm ready to go. I'd be ready to go anyway, but you know what I mean? I'm caught up on all of their work. Okay, another goal I would like to really, really concentrate on next year is my NetGalley. I have a lot of NetGalley books. I get a lot of early copies from publishers through NetGalley as well. That's been a big trend since the pandemic happened because, everyone went home. They weren't sending out physical ARCs anymore. They were doing NetGalley only. So I got a lot that way. So I have a really big NetGalley list of books to review, let alone the stuff that was on there before anyway. So I want to really work on NetGalley. I have been denied a couple of books I was really excited for that I requested, and I'm wondering if my percentage had something to do with that, possibly. So I want to work on my percentage. It's in the high 30s right now, which is not good. And I just want to make a dent in my NetGalley books, bring that percentage up, read books that I am anticipating. I would like to read all of my anticipated releases that I'm getting from NetGalley for 2023. That is like a big goal of mine, to read all of the books that I have that are on my most anticipated list for 2023. If I have one that wasn't on my list, whatever, I'm not going to like necessarily pressure myself to read those, but the ones that I requested and got that I'm anticipating, I definitely want to work on those and make them a priority. So my main specific goal for this, though, I'm kind of going off a little bit, is to always have a NetGalley book on the go. And I'm going to make my NetGalley reading my nighttime reading. So when I get in bed at night, I'm reading on my Kindle and I'm reading a NetGalley book, whatever that might be. That is my specific NetGalley goal. And I'm going to keep track of all the NetGalley books that I read in the year. And hopefully it will be a nice, very long list. But always, always, always at night, I'm reading on my Kindle and I'm reading a NetGalley book. And that's going to help me make progress. And my last goal, see, I didn't make too many. My last goal is I want to start reading all of the Cosmere books by Brandon Sanderson. Am I going to read the entire Cosmere in 2023? No. There are a lot. And when you get into the Stormlight archives, they are this big. I am not going to read everything, but I want to get the process started. I want to start in January. I want to start with the Mistborn series. I have a reading order that I found online that makes sense to me, that I'll share down below if you guys are interested, but that's the order I'm going to read them in. No, I'm not going to host a read along. I'm not going to make this an official thing. I want to do it whenever I feel like it, but I want to get started. So that's what I'm planning to do. I don't know how far I'll get, but I want to just get started and just kind of make it consistent. Like it doesn't have to be back to back to back to back, but I would like to consistently be picking up the Cosmere books in the order that I have found that I would like to go in. So that is a big goal as well, to get that process started. And I would like to start in January just to kind of start the year off strong and kind of keep the momentum going. So I don't know how many Brandon Sanderson books I'll read in the year. I don't know, how quickly I'm going to get through them, but I just want to get it started. And I really want to experience this entire world with him. And yeah, so my goal is to get it started and we'll see how it goes. And that's it, guys. Those are my goals for the year of 2023 as far as reading is concerned. So let me know your thoughts. A couple of them are a little specific, but I'm still leaving them a little bit open to whatever I feel like doing. So that's why I wasn't going too far into some specific things as far as like who the authors I want to read are and, all that kind of stuff, or making any solid like commitments. I just want to keep these in mind as I'm reading and see what I can do. But I'm excited for the year. I'm really excited to see where my reading is going to take me. And let me know down below your thoughts. Let me know what your goals are. Have you started thinking about them? Do you make goals? Some people I know, Lindsay, doesn't make goals. She doesn't make goals. She doesn't want that pressure. I thrive on the pressure. I don't know what it is. But yeah, let me know down below your process. If you make them, if you don't, if you do you have any that you're already thinking about? Have you already set them? Let me know all that good stuff down below. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.